Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you're doing well. My name is Rafa, I'm autistic and I'm an artist. In April, I started painting with oils on canvas and I fell in love with it, as you already know if you've been here. So I thought I need to practice and I decided that I needed a project that would keep me motivated. And the project was painting musicians, singers that I really like. At the time, I was still on Instagram because I'm not anymore. And I'll make a video about that, but Meta deleted my Instagram account out of nowhere for no reason. So when I started the series on April, I was like talking with my audience on Instagram and I asked them to vote for who they wanted me to paint because I was going to paint 40 singers. And every week I would go there and put 2 singers and they would vote. So then I would paint that singer. And then I would do that again and again. So I painted 8 singers and then my Instagram got deleted. And that made me stop and think about copyright and image right. Because I don't know what the reason was. Meta didn't give me a reason. It didn't point to any post, but the only thing that I was doing on my Instagram was posting pictures of what I was painting, and that was singers. So I'm gonna show you the singers that I painted, and then I'll tell you why I stopped painting them and moved on to other projects. So this was the last one that I painted. I finished it like 2 weeks ago. It's Rita Lee. She is amazing. She passed away like 2 years ago. She was like 70 something. And she is very important for Brazilian culture. She is a rock star. She's like, I think, the first female rock star in Brazil. And I enjoy her music very much and her personality too. So this is Rita Lee. It's wet still, so I'll be careful with this one, but the other ones are already pretty dry. This is Alceu Valença. He's from the north part of Brazil. He is awesome. He's still alive, fortunately, and I love his music. He's very important for Brazilian culture as well. All of the singers that I'm gonna show you are very important for Brazilian culture. They helped shape our society at the time that they started, and you know, most of them have stories with the dictatorship in the 60s and 70s. They had to leave Brazil and stuff like that. Like they were exiled, you know. This is Gilberto Gil. He was exiled to England. Yeah. He is awesome too. He's still alive, fortunately. Caetano Veloso. Caetano Veloso was also sent to England. He's very close to Gilberto Gil. They had a lot of music together. He's still alive too. They're like 80 something at this point in life. And they still sing and they do concerts and stuff like that. This is Gal Costa. She passed away a few years ago, like a couple of years ago, maybe like 3-4 years ago. And it feels like yesterday. Like I could not believe that she passed away. It was very sad for the whole Brazil, you know, like the whole country. She was amazing too. This is Maria Bethânia. Maria Bethânia is Caetano Veloso's sister. So she is his sister. What a family, right? I know. Maria Bethânia is still alive. She is awesome. She does concerts, and in all of her concerts, she does barefoot. Like, she's very connected to nature. She's very like natural, like her hair is very big and it's gray. Like she's awesome. I love her. This is Ney Matogrosso. Ney Matogrosso is like, I don't even know how to explain. Like he's a force of nature. He's bisexual and he talked about all of that like back in the 60s, 70s, and it was like something that people would not do, and he did. And he used to dance with like feathers and stuff like that, like a very I don't know, like if you search his dances online, you see like how different it is, like the way he moved his body and stuff. And this year he had a movie made about his story and stuff, and he's still alive, so he was part of the movie, and it's a great movie. And this is the last one, is Raul Seixas. Raul Seixas was like a wizard. He was very connected to the occult and like occultism and stuff, and he was great. Like he passed away like many years ago, and he was awesome too. So these 8 singers were the singers that I painted for the collection, and I was supposed to paint 32 more, but I felt like maybe my Instagram got deleted because of the series, and I don't want to have any other platform that I'm in to be deleted, you know? So I felt weird about this and I stopped. I really don't think that this was the reason why my Instagram got deleted, but I don't know the reason. So, and this was what I was doing. So I'm like, I don't know. But I love this collection. I'll maybe paint more of them to, you know, like for a private collection, to keep it here in my house and make a scenario with them and stuff like that. I don't know yet, but I was thinking about all these rights, you know, like image right and copyright. And I thought like I would have to have the copyright from the photographers that took those pictures that I painted, and I would have to have image rights from all the singers that I painted. And like, how could I do that? You know, like it's a lot of thousands of reais or dollars, I don't know, to buy a copyright or an image right. And these photographers, I don't even know who they are, because I found those pictures online, and they're online from a long time, because I got these pictures. They're from the 60s and 70s, the 80s. So we lost track of like who the photographers were. And these singers, like most of them are already dead, or like I cannot reach them to buy the image rights, or like reach their, I don't know like how this works, but I just feel like it's impossible to, you know, to do that. So I just decided to stop the collection, like this series, and I started doing another series, but I'll make a video about that one. It's something that I'm having a hard time painting that, because I feel very comfortable painting portraits. Like these portraits I painted in like 2 days, each of them, you know, like around like 2 days, sometimes one. Like this one I painted in a day. I started in the morning and I finished at night, like at 6 or 7 at night. So it's kind of like easy for me to paint portraits. And the other series that I'm doing, I'm painting, like it's a series in the bathroom, so I'm painting like the sink and the faucet and like the walls. Like I don't know, it's just the perspective of it, like it's crazy, you know, like I feel like a crazy person painting that, but it's okay. And I also have the 3 portraits here when I started the collection, but I decided not to use them because I changed things. So this was the first portrait that I painted for the collection. This is Milton Nascimento. And at first I was going to paint the singer with a plant and a bird. So I did this one, and then I did Gal Costa, also with a plant and an animal. And then I was like, okay, this is too complex because this would take me a week to paint and I needed to do it faster. So I decided to not do a plant and an animal. I decided to just go with the portrait. And then I did this one of Itamar Assunção, but it's black and white. And I was like, no, I want to do it in colors. So those three are not part of the series of the singers, but they exist too, and I love them. So this is the video today. Be careful with copyright, image right. If you want to paint something, always go for your stuff, you know, like you go take a picture and then you paint it, because you would, like, you won't have a headache if you just take your pictures and paint your pictures. Otherwise you can get in trouble, like they can sue you, or I don't know if that was the reason why my Instagram got deleted, but maybe, I don't know. So yeah, be careful and go get painting. Bye.